They've done a fantastic job of raising their sons, and having gotten to know the family, we feel that in many ways, the manner in which they've raised their sons and the relationship that they have with each of them is so similar to what we've done and have with our daughters. That I feel very comfortable in knowing that as Kim and Steve go forward, that they have a mutual foundation or a set of building blocks as they start out in their own relationship. And Sal and Chu, Pam and I also want to thank you so much for already bringing Kim into your family, almost as if she's the daughter that you've never had, in the same way that we already feel that Steve is the son that we've never had up until now. So at the parent level, everything is just going fantastic. But of course, then there's that next level, that level of getting to know that special someone that your son or daughter someday brings home into your life. And Steve, in that regard, we are so thrilled to have you officially a member of our family as of today. But I want you to know that you actually impressed me very early on in your relationship, and that you actually changed the perception of mine that I've had for years. I truly felt that there could never be another guy out there who could possibly love, respect, and care for Kim as much as I do as your dad. But you changed that, and there are a couple of early examples I just want to share with you because they were early in the relationship and left a big impression on me. One was while Kim was still up at Penn State, she called us up on the phone just to say that she was stressing out over a project that she'd been working on, and we didn't really do too much to comfort her other than just reassurance that I'm sure it would turn out fine. But after the project was all done, she called us up and said, "Mom and Dad, you're not going to believe the really nice thing that Steve did, knowing I was so stressed out with this project." And she said he sent me a dozen roses. And Steve, the first thought that came to my mind, and I'm not really proud to say it, but the first thought was something negative because I thought, dang it, why didn't I think of that? Because I always thought that as Kim's dad, it was my role and responsibility to do all those nice things that would always bring happiness in Kim's life. But that thought, my negative thought, quickly melted away because I realized, this is exactly the type of caring and thoughtful young man that I had always hoped would someday come into Kim's life. And Steve, I also just want you to know that Kim has always been able to make my day brighter with a wonderful smile and a sparkle in her eyes. And if you're not aware of it by now, you should be, that whenever you walk into a room and I see that Kim sees you, that smile gets bigger and brighter as does the sparkle in her eyes. And that also gives me such joy now because I know that going forward, you are now always going to be there to bring that happiness into her life. And that means so much for her mother and I. And Kim, just a couple of thoughts for yourself. One, I want you to know that they say that good things come to those who wait. And I want you to remember that as you go through life. Because it's so true. It was so true for your mom and I in our waiting for you. Those in this room that know us well, or have known us for over 30 years, will know that there was a time period that we really thought we would never have any children at all. In fact, depending on who's counting, it took almost 9 years before you, as Daddy's little angel, came into our lives. And Kim, the wait was well worth it. The joy that you brought into my life from the very first moment I held you in my arms, and each and every day since then is truly impossible for me to describe. And as I look at you now, I just have to say you're truly more beautiful than ever. And this is certainly a memory that I will always cherish. And you've brought so many wonderful memories into our life. I just want you to know that for me to single out one or two to comment upon tonight would be very difficult. So what I want to do is thank you so much for one special attribute that you have that's allowed each and every one of those memories to take place. And that is your willingness to be so open and giving and sharing your time to allow your mom and I to be so involved in just about every aspect of your life. It doesn't matter if it's just been an everyday routine event, special events involving your friends, such as tailgating at games, activities at school, whether they be academic, sports related, dance recitals, cheerleading, you name it, we've always been there, and you've always welcomed us with open arms, and we can never thank you enough for that. It's meant the world to us. In fact, you might want to thank your mom tonight, because if it wasn't for your mom, be able to convince you by saying, Jerry, I really think that Kim and Steve can handle the honeymoon on their own. If it wasn't for your mom convincing you of that, we might be tagging along with this trip. So you can thank your mom, unless you really want us to join in. You can blame it on that. So I'm just trying to bring this all together, Kim and Steve. Kim, I just want to say it's that special relationship that we always have. It makes today so even more special and exciting for your mom and I. Because we know that going forward, that relationship is always going to continue. And we so look forward to the many special, exciting events and activities as you and Steve go forward as Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Shoecraft. At this time, I ask everyone to just join me in a toast. And we wish you the very best life after office. Cheers, congratulations, and let's party.